Today we're gonna work on SSAS, SQL Server Analysis Services. To get started, we still need to launch our Visual Studio. Right-click the Visual Studio, run as an administrator, and create a new project. Everything gonna be very similar as previous. But over here, we have to create a project of the Analysis Services multi-dimensional projects. To do that, you can type it over here, like Analysis Services multi-dimensional project. Because I have already created before, so just to use this one. And created, the name gonna be, multi-dimensional demo. Yes, I want to override it. Okay, so this is our first SSAS project, and it looks very similar as previous. You have the Solution Explorer on the right side and the toolbox on the left side. So again, the first step after we created our project is still adding data sources. Create new data source, and we can create a data source based on an existing or new connection, because I have already created one over here so you can see it. Or if you haven't, you can click new, and the provider should be the SQL Server. For the server name, you still need to wait for a few seconds. Okay, so I'm gonna select the server 2 because previously I created my DW Adventure Works Basics on my server 2. Okay, select it. Make sure that you have already created the DW Adventure Works Basics using the back file which I shared. Click OK. Next, I'm gonna use the server account. Okay. In this way, I'm gonna have my first data sources over here. And after that, I still want to add the data source views by using the previous data sources. I want to add all the 4 tables. One with the fact information, and the remaining 3 are the dimensions table. Okay. Click finish. Yeah. So I have the data sources views. If I double click it, you can see the relational diagram is show up here. And I also want to add new cube. Okay. Creating the new cube, I want to use all the 4 tables all together and every measures over here. Finish. After create the cube, we can see the cube is created over here along with the 3 dimensions. Because I have already created a cube named the same thing, so you have the 1 over here, but it doesn't matter. For the dimension table, double click it, you will see the dimension structure. The attribute over here is the customer key, and if you look at the right side, you will see the data source view. What I want to do is I want to highlight everything and drag it over the attribute, because I want to use them as the measures in my report. You have to do the same thing for the dimension table, and then drag it over here. Same thing for the product table, and drag it over here. Okay, after you do that, make sure you save it. Okay. Yeah. And because I don't like the name, I'm gonna rename it back one by one. Yeah, this is not that important, but I just don't like the name. Okay, to deploy it, let's first go to the SQL Server Management Studio. Inside of the SQL Server Management Studio, what we have to do is we gonna connect to the analysis services. Previously, all the projects we work are on the database engine. Over here, what we want to do is analysis services. And if we click it, the connect, you will see there's a Microsoft Analysis Server running over here. And refresh it. Okay, there's nothing in databases. Then go back to our Visual Studio and right click our projects, then deploy. Okay, it takes a while. It says deployment completed successfully. That means we have already successfully deployed our projects onto our SQL Server Management System. Okay. Yeah, we can see that the multi-dimensional demo is over here. And we have the data sources, the source views, and we also have the cubes and the dimensions. Okay, so this is the very first simple data cube from creating to deploying.